Hi. Today I want to show you a little device I found attached to my house. I've been painting my house and I found this water meter that's been disconnected from the line. They use a different kind of meter now. This is an old kind. And I opened it up and there's a little counter inside, a little analog counter that was connected electronically to a sensor on the pipe that would sense how much water was flowing through it. So I thought maybe I could figure out some way to use it, or at least open it up and find out if it worked still. So I'm going to turn the camera around and go back here onto the workbench, and we'll look at it together. How about that? This is the cover, and I've already cracked it open. And inside, this is a simple little counter with little plastic discs that have gears on them, and as this rotates around to 0, it pulls the next one down. So, well, actually this is counting up, so it pulls it up, and then when this gets to 9, it will pull the next one up. Very simple. And it looks like there's no way to actually reset it, but here we go, and 100. So very simple, and I'm tempted to take it all apart to see how that little gear works, but I have a feeling I already know. I'll draw a picture. Pause the video. But attached to this one little disc here is a little plunger that is enclosed within a coil of wire, and the plunger is metal, and when you electrify this coil, it becomes a magnet. When it becomes electrified, it pulls that little metal plunger in, and when it becomes de-electrified, it lets it go. There's a little spring on it. It springs back out, and that pushes that little disc forward one. So the way you electrify it is you have a positive and a negative. See how they have these little tabs here? Little tabs run over to the inside, and it goes down this wire and through the house all the way to a sensor which has connections to the positive and the negative wires. So I will demonstrate how that works, but this little coil of wire is called solenoid switch, and I just happen to have a solenoid switch that I pulled out of something else. Inside of this tape is that exact same kind of coil of wire, and here's a little plunger that's inside of it, and there's a spring. It pulls it down, and here's some little wires here, and usually these don't take very much current or electricity to pull, so here's a 1.5 volt battery, and let's see if I can pull in closer. Will it work if I touch it on here? Yeah, I've been playing with it so much I have a feeling that I drew it down, so luckily I have two. Okay, now there we go. Electrify, suck it in. De-electrify, pulls it out. Kind of fun. So that I bet I could just do that with this one. You know what? I can't do it with these batteries, so let's do it with Let's do it with this power supply. So let's turn it down to this, hook it up, and I know I won't be able to get these all in the same frame for you, so you'll just have to trust that I'm turning the volts up as I'm there we go. There we go. As I adjust, I'm just doing this. See, it's going up to about 1.8. It needs 1.8. And I think it would be fun to attach this button to it. So I could go boop, and it would advance it. That's what I think is going to happen. And just to make sure that this works, it does work. Okay, that's what I want to do. I'm going to use this to make that tick over. And just to make it a little more complicated, I'm going to use this. This is a little jack that I can use to attach it to my modular synthesizer, so that instead of pushing a button, I'll just send a signal to this, so that every time that there's a little pulse, it will flip over. Sort of like the way it was doing in my water pipe. So that's the plan. Let's go see if it'll work. Alrighty, here's a little schematic drawing I made describing, well, just trying to figure out, you can see my scribble marks, trying to figure out how to get this thing to work. And it's still not quite right, because it indicates here that I'm connecting the button and the jack to the base. That's not quite right. This is how I worked it out. The connector goes to the negative terminal of the solenoid. The base goes to the actual 9-volt battery, the positive, and the emitter goes to the ground. That's my little doodle. So, I mean, if you're curious about how this will work, I'll make a better drawing of it. Pause the video. But here it is on my breadboard. Never mind these. These are part of some other circuit I'm working on. But basically, I know it looks like a mess, but this is a little component that brings a 9-volt battery down to 5 volts and stabilizes it. And let's see, what else can I describe? Here's the little jack, and here's a little button, and here's a little counter. And instead of doing a 9-volt battery right now, I'm just connecting it right up to my my power supply, to be certain. So I'm going to turn it up, beyond 5 volts, and you can see, well, I'll test it here in a second, but it's not on yet because it's going through that little transistor right there. Little transistor. So all I gotta do is push the button and ta-da! So that is receiving 5 volts through this little regulator here. Let me just show you that. 5 come through there. Cool, huh? So now I'm going to test it through the jack, and I'm going to send little pulses through it. Okay, here we go. It's automatic because I plugged there's the jack, and I've plugged it into a cable, which goes into the modular synthesizer, and it's on this beat here. Thump, thump, thump. And I've synced it up to music so you can hear what's going on. Let's see if I can turn on my mixer here. It's kind of a loopy, goofy thing. Here, I actually added another voice to it. It sounds kind of cool that way. It sounds cooler, doesn't it? Yep, it works. And I can... Cool, huh? I like that. All right. Well, let's see if I can. Let me. I'm just gonna increase the speed. See how fast it'll go. Oh yeah, and it's being powered by that battery there. I just connected it through different colored wires to my breadboard. Yeah. You know, I don't really like that pattern. Let's see if I can change it. Okay, well, while I'm here, I'm just going to do a little modular jam, because this is kind of inspiring. Let's put some beats to it.